Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome. Well, today I am going to talk to you about why you can't eat on your GLP-1 medication and what you can do about it. Now, I am the Downsizing Diva and I am live on YouTube. And in live streams, I hear a lot of people say that they have a difficult time taking their GLP-1 medication. And a lot of people are saying that they're struggling to get in 1,000 calories. Some people are getting in anywhere between 800 calories and 1,000 calories. And we need to eat taking these GLP-1 medications. Let me just tell you, I have been taking Mounjaro. I've been taking Mounjaro for 20 months now, and I am down 78 pounds. I'm thankful to eat. That is a serious topic in the GLP-1 community. It comes up all the time. And I'm on 12.5 milligrams of Mounjaro, and it recently happened to me when I titrated up to 12.5. I never thought I'd be one of those people who said I could not eat, but it happened. And let me just go into why it happens really quickly, and then we're going to dive into what we can do about it. And some of these things have worked for me. So why can't you eat? We know that GLP-1 medications, Mounjaro, Ozempic, Zepbound, and Wegovy, we know that they mimic a natural hormone called the glucagon-like peptide 1, which regulates your blood sugar and your appetite. Now, when these medications are active in our system, they create several body changes that make you feel full fast or sometimes not even hungry at all. It is called delayed gastric emptying, meaning that the food stays in your stomach longer. This makes you feel full for hours, even after a small meal. Haven't you felt that? Or even after you take 1 or 2 bites, you may feel full and you're done. And that is the medication working. The second thing they do is they affect your hunger signals in your brain. The GLP-1 medications work on the hypothalamus, the brain's appetite control center. That means they turn down those hunger hormones like ghrelin, and they turn up your satiety signals. And so the brain literally stops your food cravings, which has been amazing. I will say that has been amazing. So the brain literally stops craving food like it used to. So it's not your willpower. It is the medication that is working. Now, I will say there are times when the medication, as it is in your system, it kind of weans off, and then maybe your willpower does kick in a little bit. I want to give us credit for that. But when you first take that injection, you experience that strong appetite suppression. The third thing they do is they reduce food reward feeling. Some studies show that the GLP-1s dampen your dopamine and reward pathways that are linked to food. Foods that used to sound exciting, like sweets and the savory type of foods, may seem, blah, you don't even want them. That's why some people say, nothing sounds good to me. No food sounds good to me. Or they may say they have to remind themselves to eat. I've experienced that too, where nothing really sounded like it was appetizing or anything I wanted to eat. So that brings us to number 4. They can cause nausea and feeling of fullness. So in the first few months, especially after you increase that initial dose, people may experience nausea, early fullness, like eating and feeling full right away, bloating, or even those sulfur burps. I've never had the sulfur burps, but I hear a lot about them. And these are side effects of the slow digestion working in your system. And the good news is, for most people, they usually improve over time as your body adapts to the medication. So now let's talk about what really is important. What are you going to do about this, and how can you fix it? Well, things you can do when you can't eat. Number 1, drink liquids. Do not force yourself to eat. I want to repeat that. Do not force yourself to eat. So this is where your protein shakes and smoothies are going to come in super helpful. You can add some things to the smoothie to get that protein in. You can add some almond milk, regular milk if you drink regular milk. I prefer the Fairlife milk that has a little bit more protein than the other milk that's out there. I like a good banana and some strawberries in my smoothie, and add that protein powder. That's going to give your protein shake a boost. You can also go for the ready-to-drink protein shakes like Fairlife. That's my brand of choice. Premier, Ensure Max. There are a lot of different brands out there. I say try different ones, see what you like, and when you find something you like, drink that when you can't eat. You may also want to try some soup. I love a good soup. chicken broth, a soup with veggies or lentils in it. All of that is going to be something you can eat that's kind of light on your stomach and will allow you to get some calories in. Bone broth or light miso broth between meals might be helpful. Liquids digest faster and are easier on a slow stomach. Number 2, focus on easy to digest proteins. So here are some proteins that might be helpful for you if you can't eat. And this is our go-to: scrambled eggs or egg bites, egg whites, also Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. I see a lot of people eating that. A soft fish like salmon. I just love salmon and I tend to eat a lot of that. Shredded chicken or tofu. If you are a vegan, tofu is a great option. Protein is going to help prevent muscle loss even when your calories are low. Protein helps to prevent muscle loss even when your calories are low. So you want to try to use these options to get the protein in. Number 3 is choose gentle carbs. Choose some carbs that are kind of easier on your stomach. So you can probably guess what they are: mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, cooked rice, oatmeal with nut butter or honey in it, applesauce or soft fruits like bananas. The tip here is warm, soft carbs are soothing and provide that steady energy that you need, because you do need some energy so you're not so fatigued and you can make it through your day. So that brings us to number 4. I want you to add small nutrition boosts to every, right? So you may be saying, what does that mean? Well, stir in collagen or protein powder into your drinks. We talked about that with the smoothies and the protein shakes. Add avocado, some nut butter, or olive oil for those healthy fats. You can sprinkle some seeds or powdered greens into your smoothies. And these tiny add-ins really make a huge difference when your portions are small. So give those a try. Number 5, eat smaller meals more often. So try for 5 to 6 mini meals instead of 2 to 3 large ones. Eat when you can get it in and not on a strict schedule. Grazing is going to reduce that pressure that you feel, and it's also going to reduce you becoming sick and feeling nauseous. So give it a try. Number 6, prioritize water. Water. You got to drink that water. Aim for 60 to 80 ounces of water. Try electrolytes in your water. Whatever brand you choose, my electrolyte of choice is Element. You choose whatever works for you. You can flavor your water. I like to put lemon in my water. If I have some cucumbers, I might slice those up and put in my water. But to add lemon, that's my favorite thing to do besides the electrolytes. Another way you can get that water in is to drink your herbal tea. So if you are dehydrated and you're not drinking enough water, that's going to make your nausea and fatigue even worse. And we don't want that. So drink your water. Number 7, time your meals around when you take your injection. Many people find it easier to eat right before they take their injection. And people also find it easier to eat right after the injection, or anywhere between 12 and 24 hours after. So just track your pattern. Document and keep a little journal, write some notes. If you have a tracker, use it to track the patterns you see, because your appetite often cycles with your dose. So you want to keep track of what that's doing so you'll know when to eat. Number 8, calm your stomach down. Calm your stomach down. Here's some things you can do. So go for gentle walks. They aid in that digestion. You're going to eat and then you're going to move to keep things going. Avoid, I can't say this enough, of greasy and fried foods, because they are just going to irritate your stomach. And manage your stress. Stress affects everything, but believe it or not, it also makes your nausea worse. So you don't want to be stressed out when you're feeling sick. So you want to do those little things to calm your belly down. Number 9, I always say this: if you follow my journey, talk to your health care professional. Ask if your dose can be adjusted or paused temporarily. Ask about some medicine for nausea, which Zofran, I hear a lot about Zofran, so you want to try that. There are other ones out there. Talk to your doctor about it. Get labs to rule out deficiencies. Sometimes you can have deficiencies in iron, B12, vitamin D, protein. Your protein markers could be off. So you want to get those things checked out under the supervision of your doctor. Now, if your appetite loss leads to weakness or dehydration, you want to immediately seek some medical support, because I've heard of people getting dizzy. I've heard of people passing out, and I've heard of people having to go to the hospital. and it was because they were so dehydrated and weak. So you don't want to get to that point. So finally, that brings us to number 10. And remember, number 10 is this is temporary. This too shall pass. This is temporary. So once you apply some of these strategies and take some of these tips and actually use them, you will probably get back on the right track. For most people that can't eat, this phase doesn't last long because why? Your body adjusts to the medication. So I have a feeling you are going to be one of those people. And just remember, it's okay to eat less if that's what you have to do for now, but just make every bite count, right? Make every bite count. And remember, this is progress, not perfection. So if you're eating a low amount of calories, the goal is to increase that over time, not to force yourself, but to increase it over time. And please make sure you're under the supervision of a healthcare professional or a doctor. If you don't have a doctor, you might want to find a doctor or healthcare professional that can support you on this journey. So with that said, I want to say thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Share and like the video and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I go live or upload a video. And I just want to remind you, I am live, so come and interact with me live. I am live 3 times a week. I'm live on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm live on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm live on Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And I would love to interact with you. I would love to hear what your challenges are and most importantly, celebrate those wins. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Before we leave, I want you to leave me a comment and let me know, are you one of those people that has struggled with your eating? And if so, what did you do about it? Let me know in the comment section. And friends, I just want you to take good care of yourself. And remember, slow and steady wins the race. Just don't quit. Downsizing, Diva.